They are known for powerful and emotional performances, but when the cameras slip for just a second, everything changes. The cast of The Chosen cannot always stay serious, and when they break into laughter, it is impossible not to join them. Asterisk it. Begins with a moment everyone on set remembers. An actor stands ready to deliver a line. The room is quiet, and the crew holds their breath. He opens his mouth, speaks with full drama, then forgets a single word, and the silence explodes into laughter. The others cannot hold it in. Some cover their faces, some bend over in fits of laughter, and the whole scene must be filmed again. These moments remind us that behind every powerful scene is a group of people who are still human, still playful, still able to laugh at themselves. The cast often laughs at the smallest slip-ups. A sandal slipping off at the wrong time, a robe catching on something, or someone walking in at the wrong cue. Instead of frustration, the actors burst out laughing. One actor may tease another, saying a line with extra dramatic weight, turning the mistake into a joke. This is why their bond feels so strong on screen. They are not just coworkers. They are friends, and friends know how to laugh together. Sometimes the laughter is unstoppable. The director calls for silence, but a single chuckle escapes from one corner. That one chuckle spreads like fire. Soon the whole set is filled with laughter again, and no one can stop it. Even the director gives up for a moment, shaking his head with a smile. These are the moments that never make it into the final cut. But they show us something more valuable than any polished scene. They show joy. They show a family at work. There are also times when the actors laugh at themselves. One actor may forget his lines, turn to the camera, and laugh before anyone else can. Another may break character mid-scene, covering their face, and saying, "I can't do this." Everyone claps and cheers, encouraging them. This self-awareness makes them more lovable to fans. They do not pretend to be perfect. Instead, they let the world see their mistakes. They laugh through them. Fans love bloopers because they reveal the truth behind the performance. The polished episodes are what we see on our screens. But behind them are countless takes filled with mistakes, laughter, and joy. The cast of The Chosen gives us both. They give us serious storytelling, but they also share the gift of laughter, reminding us that even in the most serious stories, there is always room for joy. Asterisk when the cameras are off the set and the actors sit down for interviews, their real personalities shine. The serious expressions vanish, and what remains is a group of people who love to laugh at their own lives. Many times, the cast of The Chosen has shared funny stories about filming, costumes, and even about the pressure of playing such powerful roles. One actor once joked about the sandals. He said the sandals were not just part of the costume, but also a daily challenge. They would break or slip at the most dramatic moment, and he laughed, saying, "If people only knew how many scenes had to stop because of these sandals, they would never see them as holy footwear again." The whole crew laughed at this confession, because everyone knew it was true. The audience watching the interview also felt the humor because it was so simple and so human. Another actor talked about filming long desert scenes. With a smile, he explained how the sun was burning hot and the robes felt like heavy blankets. The cast tried to look serious on screen, but once the director shouted, "Cut," they would immediately run to grab cold water and fan themselves with whatever they could find, he said with a laugh. "People think we are walking in faith, but really, we are just trying not to melt." This kind of honesty made fans love them even more because it showed that behind the sacred storytelling, there were real people sweating and joking about the heat. Sometimes the interviews turn into games of teasing one another. One actor may be asked a serious question, and before he can answer, another cuts in with a playful comment. The whole room bursts into laughter, and the serious tone disappears. These playful interruptions show the friendship they share. Are not afraid to make each other laugh, even in front of cameras. That energy makes interviews less like formal conversations and more like family gatherings where jokes never stop. The best moments often come when the cast admits they made mistakes that fans never saw. One of them confessed that he once forgot his line so badly that instead of saying anything, he started humming a random tune. The director stared at him in silence, and the whole crew collapsed in laughter. When he shared this in an interview, he laughed so hard that he could not finish the story. That confession became one of the most beloved fan clips online, because it showed that even great actors have silly moments they never forget. Through these confessions, the cast invites fans into their private world. It is not only about acting, it is about sharing who they really are, playful, humble, and always ready to laugh at themselves. That honesty makes them relatable. It makes them human. And in a show built on deep faith and emotion, these lighthearted confessions give balance. They remind us that joy and humor belong alongside serious storytelling. The set of The Chosen is not only a workplace, it is a playground for pranks and inside jokes that never stop. The cast knows how to take serious scenes and surround them with laughter when the cameras are not rolling. These pranks are not mean or harsh. They are playful reminders that even in the middle of long shooting days, joy can sneak in at any moment. One favorite prank that fans still talk about began when an actor decided to swap a prop. The scene required a jug of water. But when the other actor lifted it, the jug was filled with pebbles. His reaction was priceless. He tried to stay in character, but the weight of the jug pulled him off balance, and everyone watching burst out laughing. The prank worked because it was harmless, yet it created a memory the crew would never forget. The cast also loves using timing for pranks. During rehearsals, one actor might wait for the perfect dramatic pause, then suddenly sneeze louder than anyone expected. The seriousness of the moment disappears instantly, and the entire set falls into laughter. These small interruptions are never planned, yet they create an energy that makes the environment lighter and more welcoming. Inside jokes are another language on set. There are phrases and nicknames only the cast understands. A single word or look can make them laugh during the most serious preparation. Fans watching behind-the-scenes clips often wonder why one actor cannot stop smiling, and the truth is usually an inside joke carried from one filming day to another. That secret bond adds something special to the performances, because real friendship always shows through the screen. There was a moment when one actor hid behind a prop and jumped out at just the right time. The victim of the prank tried to keep his composure, but ended up laughing so hard that the scene had to be restarted. Instead of frustration, the director encouraged it, knowing that these playful moments bring life to the production. When laughter flows, creativity follows. What makes these pranks and jokes so powerful is the trust behind them. No one fears being embarrassed. They know that any prank is meant with love, and the laughter that follows is shared by everyone. This trust is what transforms a group of coworkers into a family. On screen, we see unity and emotion. Behind the screen, we see joy and friendship built through laughter. Fans may never witness every prank or joke, but the energy they create can be felt in every episode. The humor keeps the cast close, the crew motivated, and the stories alive with warmth. These inside jokes are not just funny moments. They are the heartbeat of a team that knows how to balance the weight of their roles with the joy of laughter. There are moments on set when the weight of the story demands silence and focus, yet laughter still finds its way in. These are the moments when actors break character. So they may begin a scene with full intensity, delivering every line with passion. But one small spark of humor can shatter the serious tone. What follows is pure comedy. Imagine an actor standing in the middle of a powerful scene, eyes fixed on another character, voice filled with emotion. Everything seems perfect, until a bird nearby decides to make a sound louder than anyone expected. The actor tries to push through, but the corners of his mouth curl into a smile. Within seconds, he bursts out laughing. The other actor, trying to stay serious, gives up as well. Soon the entire crew is laughing, and the scene has to be filmed again. What should have been a serious take becomes one of the funniest memories of the day. Sometimes breaking character happens not because of outside distractions, but because of the bond between the actors themselves. A quick glance, a raised eyebrow, or even the way someone delivers a line with a little too much drama can trigger laughter. They try to fight it, but the harder they fight, the funnier it becomes. These slips reveal a side of the cast that fans rarely see. A side where even the most emotional moments can turn into playful laughter. One actor once admitted that during a tense argument scene, his mind wandered to an inside joke shared earlier in the day. In the middle of shouting, he suddenly started laughing so hard that he could not even stand straight. The director shook his head, the crew clapped, and the entire set had to take a short break. The truth is that these breaks bring relief. They remind everyone that behind the heavy storylines are people who need to release tension through joy. There are also times when the cast breaks character in ways that surprise even themselves. An actor may forget a line, but instead of freezing, he improvises with something completely unexpected. The result makes everyone laugh, including the actor himself. These moments are not mistakes to be hidden. They are treasures that prove the cast has fun while creating something meaningful. Breaking. The character shows the human side of storytelling. No matter how skilled the actor, no matter how deep the role, laughter still has the power to break through. For the fans, seeing these moments feels like a gift. It is a reminder that the faces they admire on screen are not just performers. They are people who laugh, stumble, and share joy with one another. And it is this mix of seriousness and comedy that makes the chosen cast unforgettable. Asterisk, not every laugh on set comes from a big prank or a dramatic mistake. Sometimes the smallest things create the loudest laughter. These are the quick flashes of humor that appear without warning and disappear just as fast. They may last only a few seconds, but they leave a memory that everyone carries long after the cameras stop rolling. One moment may start with a simple mispronunciation. An actor delivers a line with confidence only to twist a word into something completely new. The cast explodes in laughter, clapping and teasing him as he tries again. These little slips never make it into the final cut. Yet they are often the stories the actors love to retell in interviews. They show that perfection is not the goal. Joy is. Sometimes the comedy comes from movement rather than words. A trip over a robe, a sudden stumble on uneven ground, or even a prop falling at the wrong time can set off a chain of laughter.
Act.
What makes it even funnier is when the actor immediately recovers and tries to stay in character. The struggle between seriousness and laughter is always clear on their faces, and the audience can feel the joy just by watching. The cast also has a way of turning serious rehearsals into playful games. Between takes, they may start mimicking each other's lines or adding exaggerated voices. One actor may deliver a line in a way that sounds more like a modern comedian than a character from history. The others laugh so hard that they cannot continue, and for a few minutes, the set feels less like work and more like friends, enjoying time together. Even silence can be funny. During a rehearsal, one actor pauses for too long, leaving everyone waiting. Another jumps in with a sarcastic line, and the whole group breaks into laughter. These short bursts of comedy are not written in any script, yet they often become the most loved memories for the people who live them. When these rapid-fire moments are collected together, they create a rhythm of joy that fans adore. Quick laugh here, a stumble there, a playful tease that turns into uncontrollable laughter. It is not polished, but it is real, and that is why it works so well. These flashes of humor show the true heart of the cast. They are not afraid to laugh at themselves. They're not afraid to share the silly side of their journey. And it is this mix of quick jokes, sudden laughter, and genuine friendship that makes every behind-the-scenes moment feel alive. Fans who watch these clips can sense the bond immediately. They see a group that works hard, but never forgets to enjoy the process. In the end, it is these quick bursts of laughter that give The Chosen its lightness. It's balancing the deep emotions of the story with the joy of real human connection, asterisk as the laughter fades and the memories of jokes and pranks settle. One thing becomes clear: The Chosen cast is more than a group of actors. They are a family built on trust, on shared struggles, and on countless moments of joy. Every slip of the tongue, every blooper, every unexpected burst of laughter tells a story that goes beyond the screen. These are not mistakes to hide. They are treasures that reveal the heart behind the work. When we watch them laugh together, we understand why their performances feel so alive. The bond they create behind the camera flows into every scene in front. of it, a serious dialogue feels stronger because the actors trust each other. Dramatic moment feels deeper because laughter has already broken down every wall between them. That joy becomes part of the performance. The audience can feel it without even knowing why. The beauty of these behind-the-scenes moments is that they show balance. The cast carries the weight of sacred stories, yet they never forget to bring light into the process. They know that laughter is not a distraction. It is a source of strength. It keeps the long days bearable, the heavy emotions lighter, and the pressure easier to carry. Without that joy, the journey would feel heavy. With it, the journey becomes something unforgettable. Fans who see these moments get to witness the truth that lies beyond the screen. They see the mistakes, the laughter, the humanity. And it makes the finished product even more powerful. Because now every line and every scene carries not only emotion, but also the memory of joy that shaped it. That is why the cast feels real. It is why the story feels alive. This outro is not just a goodbye to the laughter. It is a reminder that humor is a gift. It heals, it bonds, and it brings people closer. The chosen cast shows us that even in the most serious storytelling, laughter has a sacred place. It keeps spirits high. It builds lasting friendships. And it makes the final story not only something to watch, but something to feel deep inside. As the music rises and the last images of laughter fade, we are left with a message that is both simple and powerful. To create something meaningful, you need not only talent and hard work, you also need joy. You need laughter. You need people who know how to smile, even when the scene demands tears. That is what makes this cast special. That is what makes these 8 minutes of comedy unforgettable. 8 minutes of laughter, joy, and comedy have shown us a side of the chosen cast that fans rarely get to see. They are not only actors delivering powerful performances, they are people who laugh at mistakes, who turn pressure into joy, and who carry each other through long days with humor and friendship. Every blooper, every prank, and every inside joke reveals a truth that matters as much as the story itself. To create something meaningful, you need more than talent. You need laughter, you need trust, and you need people who know how to turn even the hardest moments into memories worth keeping. When the cast laughs together, it reminds us that joy is not separate from storytelling. It is part of it. Laughter is what keeps spirits alive when emotions run heavy. Laughter is what strengthens bonds when the work feels endless. Laughter is what makes these actors more than performers. It makes them a family. And that family spirit is what shines through every scene, giving the audience a connection that feels real and lasting. Now the question is for you. Which moment made you laugh the most? Was it a blooper where the scene fell apart in seconds? Was it a prank that caught someone completely by surprise? Or was it the small, quick flashes of humor that slipped in between lines? Share it in the comments and let others know which moment you loved most. If you enjoyed these 8 minutes of pure comedy, make sure to give this video a like. It lets us know you want to see more. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next behind-the-scenes story. And tap the notification bell so you are always first to watch. The chosen cast will continue to bring powerful storytelling to the screen, but their laughter reminds us that even the most serious stories are built on joy, and that joy is worth sharing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for laughing along. And remember, sometimes the best stories are not the ones written in scripts, but the ones created in the middle of laughter. *.